Have you ever looked at a parliament building and marveled at the sheer grandeur and history behind its walls? These structures are more than just places of governance. They are symbols of power, culture, and architectural brilliance. From stunning domes to intricate details, these buildings reflect the spirit of the nations they represent. Curious to explore the world's most impressive parliament buildings? Join us as we take you on a journey through 7 architectural masterpieces that have stood the test of time, showcasing the beauty and diversity of global governance. Join us on this fascinating exploration, and let's uncover the stories and designs behind these monumental structures. Hungarian Parliament Building, Budapest's neo-Gothic marvel. Situated along the picturesque banks of the Danube River, the Hungarian Parliament Building in Budapest is a sight that will leave you in absolute awe. Imagine walking up to this neo-Gothic marvel, completed in 1904, and being greeted by its iconic dome and intricate spires towering over the city. It's not just one of the largest parliament buildings in the world. It's a true work of art, designed by the visionary architect Imre Steindl. As you stand there, the symmetry and grandeur will immediately catch your eye, giving you the sense that you're about to step into a living piece of history. You'll be captivated by the stunning exterior, with 88 statues of Hungarian rulers and historical figures gazing down at you. The pointed arches, spires, and detailed carvings create a sense of majesty that's hard to resist. But trust me, the real magic happens when you step inside. The interior is a lavish blend of marble, gold leaf, and mosaics that seem to glow under the light, making you feel like you've entered a royal palace. As you climb the grand staircase and reach the domed hall, you can't help but look up and marvel at the height and intricacy of the design. When you reach the center of the building, don't miss the Holy Crown of Hungary, a piece of history over 1,000 years old, carefully preserved beneath the central dome. As you take it all in, you'll appreciate how this building isn't just the seat of government. It's a cultural symbol and a source of national pride. And if you happen to visit at night, you'll be treated to an enchanting view of the building illuminated and reflected in the Danube, a perfect moment to capture on camera. Whether you're a history buff, an architecture lover, or just someone who appreciates beauty, the Hungarian Parliament will leave a lasting impression on you. Palace of Westminster, the heart of British democracy. Standing tall along the River Thames, the Palace of Westminster is not just the seat of British democracy. It's a place that invites you to explore centuries of history wrapped in Gothic revival splendor. As you approach the building, Big Ben will immediately catch your eye, with its towering presence and the iconic chimes that you've likely heard on TV. But standing before the palace in person, it's a whole different experience. You'll be amazed at the sheer scale and the level of detail in the architecture. It's easy to see why this building is one of the most famous landmarks in the world. Once you step inside, you'll be drawn into the timeless elegance of the House of Commons and the House of Lords. The contrast between the red leather benches of the Lords and the green, more understated Commons is fascinating. You'll feel like you're walking through the very heart of British politics. And as you explore further, don't forget to take in the grandeur of Westminster Hall, one of the oldest parts of the palace. Imagine standing where kings were crowned and where historic figures like Sir Thomas More once stood trial. The Palace of Westminster isn't just about politics, it's about tradition and ceremony too. If you're lucky enough to visit during a state opening of Parliament, you'll witness one of the most splendid events in British history, with the monarch processing through the lavishly decorated halls. And even if you can't be there for a ceremony, the guided tours offer a fascinating glimpse into the inner workings of one of the world's oldest parliamentary systems. By the end of your visit, you'll feel a deeper connection to British history and a greater appreciation for the democracy that has flourished within these walls. Capitol Building, the symbol of American democracy. If you're ever in Washington, D.C., you absolutely cannot miss the United States Capitol Building. Whether you're a history lover or simply fascinated by the world of politics, standing in front of this iconic structure will fill you with a sense of awe. The Capitol is more than just a building. It's a symbol of the American spirit, representing democracy, freedom, and the rule of law. As you gaze up at the stunning neoclassical architecture designed by William Thornton, you'll immediately notice the massive dome that dominates the skyline. Topped by the Statue of Freedom, the dome is a powerful symbol, inviting you to learn more about the values it represents. Stepping inside, you'll find yourself in the breathtaking rotunda beneath the dome, where the murals and frescoes tell stories of America's rich history. As you look up at the apotheosis of Washington, it's impossible not to feel a deep connection to the ideals that shaped the nation. You'll walk through halls lined with statues of great American figures, each one contributing to the story of how this country came to be. The Capitol is a living museum where history meets modern politics, and as you explore the chambers of the House and Senate, you'll feel like you're part of something much larger than yourself. One of the most moving experiences at the Capitol is witnessing a presidential inauguration, where the peaceful transition of power takes place. It's a moment of profound significance, and being in the space where it happens will give you chills. Don't miss the chance to take a guided tour, where you'll get insider access to the chambers where lawmakers debate and pass the laws that shape the country. By the time you leave, you'll have a deeper understanding of the American political system and the ideals that continue to inspire people around the world. Palacio do Planalto, the modern face of Brazilian governance. If modern architecture is your thing, then you'll fall in love with Brazil's Palacio do Planalto. Located in the heart of Brasilia, this sleek and minimalist structure serves as the office of the President of Brazil, but it's so much more than just a workplace. Designed by the legendary architect Oscar Niemeyer, the Palacio do Planalto is a masterpiece of modernism. The moment you approach, you'll be captivated by its clean lines and open spaces, giving the building an almost weightless quality. It's like walking into the future, but with a nod to Brazil's cultural and political heritage. One of the most inviting features of the Palacio is its massive glass walls, offering transparency both literally and symbolically. As you walk past the elegant white marble ramps that lead to the main entrance, you'll feel as though you're walking up toward progress, just like the vision Niemeyer had for Brazil when he designed the building. The openness of the structure invites you to explore, learn, and feel connected to the heart of Brazilian governance. Inside, the minimalist design continues, but with a warmth that comes from the use of natural materials like wood and stone. The spaces are bright and filled with light, creating an atmosphere that feels welcoming and democratic. And don't forget to look out over the expansive views of Brasilia. The city itself was designed to be as modern as the Palacio. Visiting this building isn't just about architecture, it's about experiencing the vision of a nation striving for progress and transparency. As you tour the spaces where Brazil's most important political decisions are made, you'll gain a deeper understanding of the country's past, present, and future. German Bundestag, the Reichstag Building, a symbol of unity. Standing before the Reichstag Building in Berlin, you can't help but feel the weight of history. This building has seen it all, from the rise of the German Empire to its darkest days and finally to its rebirth as a symbol of unity and democracy. But the Reichstag isn't just about the past, it's a shining example of how a historic structure can be transformed into something modern and forward-looking. Designed by Sir Norman Foster, the Reichstag's glass dome is a must-see. As you walk up the spiral ramp inside the dome, you'll be rewarded with breathtaking 360-degree views of Berlin. The dome itself is more than just an architectural feature. It's a symbol of transparency in government. As you gaze down into the parliamentary chamber from above, you'll feel the connection between the government and the people. The message is clear. Democracy is something that belongs to everyone, and decisions made here are done so in the open. You'll appreciate how Foster seamlessly integrated modern elements into the historic structure, creating a building that honors the past while embracing the future. Inside, the Reichstag is just as fascinating. The parliamentary chamber is a blend of sleek, modern design and historical significance. As you explore, you'll find remnants of the building's turbulent history, like the Soviet graffiti left on the walls during the capture of Berlin. It's a powerful reminder of how far Germany has come. Walking through the halls, you'll get a sense of the resilience and unity that define modern Germany. And you'll leave with a deeper appreciation for the country's commitment to democracy and transparency. Canadian Parliament buildings, a blend of Gothic revival and modernity. As you approach the majestic Canadian Parliament buildings on Parliament Hill in Ottawa, you'll be greeted by a stunning blend of Gothic revival architecture and modern touches that make these buildings truly one of a kind. The Centre Block, home to the Senate and House of Commons, stands as a testament to Canada's rich political history. The towering Peace Tower, with its intricate stonework and stunning clock face, invites you to look up in awe. It's the kind of building that immediately makes you feel like you've stepped into a storybook, one that tells the tale of a nation built on peace and democracy. Step inside and you'll be struck by the contrast between the grandeur of the Hall of Honor and the serene beauty of the Library of Parliament. The library, with its wooden arches, domed ceiling, and stained glass, is one of those spaces that feels almost sacred. As you walk through, you'll be surrounded by books, statues, and the quiet dignity of a room that has stood the test of time. It's a place where history feels alive, and you can't help but feel a connection to the many figures who've walked these halls before you. As you explore the center block further, don't miss the Memorial Chamber, a solemn space dedicated to the memory of Canadian soldiers. The intricate carvings, stained glass, and quiet reverence of the room will give you chills. And then there's the Peace Tower itself, which offers unbeatable views of the city below. The Parliament buildings are more than just a place of governance. They're a symbol of Canada's democratic values, and whether you're a visitor or a local, you'll feel a sense of pride as you stand among these historic walls. Palacio Legislativo, Uruguay's national treasure. Prepare to be amazed as you stand before the Palacio Legislativo in Montevideo, Uruguay. This building is a jaw-dropping blend of neoclassical grandeur and South American pride, and it's the kind of place that instantly grabs your attention. The stunning marble facade, with its towering Corinthian columns and elaborate carvings, seems to glow in the sunlight, inviting you to explore the treasures inside. It's no wonder that the Palacio Legislativo is considered one of the most beautiful parliament buildings in Latin America. Just looking at it, you'll be blown away by the craftsmanship. As you step inside, the sheer opulence of the interior will take your breath away. Marble floors, soaring ceilings, and magnificent stained glass windows create an atmosphere of elegance and authority. But what really sets this building apart is the intricate wood carvings and bronze accents that give it a warmth and richness you won't find anywhere else. You'll find yourself drawn to the central hall, where the light filters through the stained glass, casting a rainbow of colors across the marble floor. It's a sight that you'll want to capture in your memory, or camera, forever. Don't forget to visit the legislative chambers, where the business of governing Uruguay takes place. The Senate and House of Representatives chambers are decked out in fine wood paneling, plush seating, and beautiful chandeliers, giving you a glimpse of where history is made. Whether you're interested in politics or simply in awe of beautiful architecture, the Palacio Legislativo is an experience you won't want to miss. As you explore, you'll gain a deep appreciation for Uruguay's commitment to democracy, as well as its cultural and architectural heritage. And that's a wrap on our journey through 7 of the most impressive parliament buildings in the world. From the majestic domes of Hungary's parliament to the modern elegance of Brazil's Palacio do Planalto, these buildings don't just house governments, they tell the story of nations. If you enjoyed this exploration, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to DwellScape. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Until next time, keep discovering the world's wonders with us.